Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan. And today, as you can see, I'm still continuing my Disney movie marathon, where I'll be talking about the movies, TV shows, I don't know what have you. If it's related to Disney in any shape or form, then yes, of course, I'll be talking about it. So for this video, I'll be referring to the plug-in TV show again. And of course, these are a bunch of softies I'll be talking about, of course. And basically, it's another video from their YouTube channel where, for this one, they want to talk about Beauty and the Beast, of course. Specifically, not the sequels to the original, nor the original. I'm talking about the live action remake. I've already discussed this film multiple times already by this point, and I'm already sick of this movie, okay? Because it's a remake, and I hate remakes. So this kind of puts me in an awkward position because, again, another reason I didn't feel like I did not want to talk about this movie again because the vast majority of the time I bring up this movie, other than just to complain about remakes and how Disney is just taking the easy way out and just trying to capitalize on nostalgia and trying to correct the course because a lot of people complain about these Disney films, the old Disney films. Yes, the original Beauty and the Beast is considered as an old movie because that came out in what, 91? So that's considered old. But anyway, a lot of people keep complaining about the fact that, oh, these movies are sexist, which they're not. And apparently these movies are racist, which, again, they're not. So with this movie, Disney was just trying to correct the course to fix a non-existent problem, is what I'm getting at. But the vast majority of the time I bring up, really, the vast majority of the time I bring up this film is because of the fact that a lot of these Christian films will keep complaining, oh no, it's too gay, it's gay, it's gay, 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 it's extremely gay, it's so gay, it's like the super gay. I mean, we all know, if you're familiar with the original film with Gaston and his sidekick, people assume that they have a love interest. And people assume they're in a gay relationship, which contradicts the idea that Gaston is after Belle. Even in the remake version, that aspect of the film is still there. Even in the remake, Gaston still wants to be with Belle. If anything, this is expressed even more in the remake. So where exactly is this gay stuff coming from? And so are you telling me that Gaston is a horny little mutt? Is that you telling me? Does that mean he's bisexual? So he just want to hump anything that he sees? That's not in the movie. I mean, not that I'm trying to stereotype, bisexual people, of course not. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out. I'm just putting this as an argument. That's all I'm saying. So, I don't know. Anyway, with that being said, we're going to see these two individuals talking about the live action remake here, and just because of the whole gay thing or whatever. Whatever. Just go ahead. Let's play the thing.
Beauty and the Beast is in theaters now, but should you and your family go watch it?
Yes. I mean, no. Damn it.
It's a good question, Paul.
Not really. That's a terrible question. So, if the princess movie has a gay character, therefore is not suitable for the family, is that what you're getting at? What? That's such an idiotic question right there.
We'll be talking about it next. Well, right now, actually.
Ha ha ha, you're so funny. That's a weird knee slapper right there. Ha ha ha.
Hi guys, welcome to the official Plugged In Vodcast. My name is Paul A.C.
Kiss my ass, you donkey.
I'm Adam Holtz.
Yep, joined by Adam Holtz. We're here talking about Beauty and the Beast.
Oh really? You don't say. I thought you were talking about bananas for a moment there.
Lots to talk about here.
Not really.
First, let's just talk about the movie a little bit.
Yeah.
I've actually seen this piece of garbage in the movie theater, unfortunately. My God, it was so boring. So incredibly boring.
Seen it?
I have.
What did you think of it?
Well, apart from the controversial stuff that we're going to talk about in a minute.
Oh no! Two men who like each other exist. How dare the movie express that? Shame. Man.
In it,
What was so funny?
I loved it.
And you have bad taste in movies because of that.
I mean, it's a delightful movie.
Not really. Not really. Because for one, it's a remake. That's a strike number one right there. Strike number two, the motivation behind it. And strike number three, as I said, it's boring. So the film does attempt to explain everything. And yes, there is such a thing as over explaining everything, which they did in this movie, which kind of ruins some of the magic behind the original film because do we really need a backstory for the castle? No. Do we really need a backstory for like every little utensil? No. Do we need a backstory for every chair, table, glass, cup, whatever? No, we don't. Do we really need an entire backstory for the beast? I mean, you could have his backstory, sure, but you don't have to talk about every nook and cranny of everything. Come on, that's just overdoing it.
It's a very faithful live action reimagining.
Say remake, reboot, redone, redo, reimagine, restart, anything with the re in front of it, it's a remake.
Of the 1991 animated movie, and more so than with Cinderella and with the Jungle Book, it follows very closely.
Yeah.
There are a couple of
That's a lie right off the bat because, for one, all the movies you just mentioned did follow the original source material. The original source material being the original animated movies. It followed them to the T. That's kind of my problem in some ways because it was too faithful to the original stuff, but they just added too much. They actually were trying to add more to it, which they didn't have to. The premise for the original Beauty and the Beast, just like the other movies you just mentioned, were fairly simplistic. They were pretty simple. Not that that's a bad thing, but they were pretty simplistic. But that kind of puts you in a corner because the people who made these movies, the directors, they're trying to stretch this movie for over 2 hours. That's the problem. You can't just take a very simplistic premise and then just add so much stuff to it. It just feels bloated. And Beauty and the Beast is no different.
additional scenes. I mean, there's some small deviations, but it's almost a beat for beat.
Yes, and that's the problem.
Live action remake.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's got Emma Watson in it.
It's got Emma Watson in it.
I know Belle, she's supposed to be the most beautiful, the most gorgeous woman in all of town. Well, her character in a way. And when it comes to the live action version of the film, Emma Watson, she looks okay. As Belle, she looks all right. Okay, she looks okay. But I kind of feel like all the other women in this version of the town, it came off like it was intentionally dumbed down just so she can stand out. So I know she's supposed to be the beauty, but still, no. I mean, she looks cute, I guess, but I wouldn't exactly say gorgeous by any means. That seems a bit stretching it.
Hermione fans everywhere are thrilled to death, right?
Well, and she's just a charming actress.
she is.
Really is.
You can say she's charming all you want, but she was terrible in this.
She's perfect for this role.
Not really.
Beauty and the Beast, the original, the 1991 version, is probably one of the most beloved Disney cartoons ever, right?
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yes, that's because it changed these movies in a way. It was definitely one of these top. The original Beauty and the Beast is what I would call a game changer for this genre that Disney had popularized, and yeah, for good reason. It goes into a conversation what I had before, where you can't just do the same thing over and over and over again. After a while, it would just get stale and boring. And when Beauty and the Beast came out, the original one, it changed a lot of how Disney princess movies should be made. I mean, granted, some people may credit the Little Mermaid for that, but personally speaking, I thought, okay, this might be a controversial take here, but I do believe that the original Beauty and the Beast was actually an improvement over the original Little Mermaid. I know a lot of people out there might prefer the Little Mermaid more, the original one, over this film, but that's just me, though. I thought this was a better movie.
And this, I think, takes everything that's good about it and, takes it up a couple notches.
No. No. Blasphemy.
There's just a lot about love, redemption, sacrifice.
All of that is in the original film, but produced better. This film had no reason to exist other than the fact just to counter the criticism towards the original films because they were deemed as bigoted, as too old-fashioned. So, yeah, pretty much the people who worked at Disney just basically just bent on the knee, they bent over, so to speak, and just caved in and just remade the film to stop the criticism. So, anyway, there's nothing inherently wrong with wanting to have a strong female lead. Really, don't take this the wrong way. If you're gonna have a strong female lead, fine, do that. But it's just the reason behind this film is what bothers me.
Putting others' needs above your own.
Again, the original movie did it better. The way it's done here feels contrived.
It's terrific.
Except that it's not at all.
For all of those reasons, it makes this controversy that much more just, why did they have to?
Oh, we're talking about the whole gay thing again. Why do we have to go here? Why are we so fixated on the whole gay thing? What? That's weird. I thought we were talking about the plot. The both of you didn't really talk about the plot. Not really. I thought you were supposed to talk about the story, the overall story, really. But you keep going back to the whole gay thing. That's weird.
To do that.
Yeah, so now we got to get into the asterisk. So,
yes.
As we know, probably you are aware out there that there's been a lot of controversy over...
Yes, I'm fully aware. I was even talking about the controversy before I officially went to see the movie. And by the way, I only saw the movie once. I just saw it in the movie theater when it came out, and I never went back.
Over primarily what a director sort of led us to believe going into this.
Oh, what a load of bullshit. So, you're telling me that the director should have warned you that there's going to be something gay related in the film. What? That is so dumb. Oh my god.
This movie, that there was going to be a gay moment.
Yes.
Again, why? Why the director should warn you about that? Why? Why? Really, seriously, why?
In this movie. And that got a whole bunch of Christian organizations very riled up. There's been talk of boycotts.
Yes, that did happen. Again, even before the film's initial release, somehow word got out, and these Christian organizations got all wired up, like he was saying. Which is nonsense, because this attitude was no different than how it was back in the 1920s, 1930s, 1940s, what have you, where a short movie or TV show would show an interracial couple, maybe let's say between a Caucasian woman and a black man, and then you Christians at the time would get all wired up and get all pissed off and start foaming in the mouth. These Christians still exist to this very day, maybe to a smaller extent, but some of these Christians still have the attitude as well towards interracial dating. But basically, in other words, it's the same attitude as the whole gay thing. It's the same kind of attitude, getting all foam in the mouth, getting all pissed off and everything. It's weird. Again, it's weird that you would care who would sleep with who. As long as it was consenting adults, who the hell cares?
There's been a lot of anger. Now that the movie is actually out and you've seen it...
I have.
Again, none of this makes any sense. This anger is not justified whatsoever. The only reason that a lot of the LGBT people would fight back is because of the fact of your attitude there. That attitude is why all of these Christians will have these complaints towards you, because you have these complaints towards them. And then if they start talking back against you, they start swinging back, so to speak, you get mad. And then you start wondering, oh, why are they doing this? What?
What does that gay moment look like?
Well, the gay moment involves LeFou.
Again, the whole sidekick character from earlier I just mentioned, he's just a sidekick character. That's it. He's a psychic character, and that was it. Okay.
Who is Gaston, who's the big,
Right.
beefcake, musket carrying dude.
Yeah.
It's his
like me.
sidekick.
No.
No, not so much, but
Okay.
that was a good try. And Gaston very clearly has a crush.
Not
Excuse me.
Gaston.
No.
What are you talking about? When did that happen? I mean, they were horses together, sure, but that's only because of the time period and whatnot. This just goes back to the original film. It's just expanding upon the original film. In the original Beauty and the Beast film, I mean, these two had quite a few scenes together. Not a whole lot, but quite a few scenes. It just, in the remake version, well, this one that came out, had a lot more scenes them together. They had a lot more scenes together. Just because Gaston and the other character you mentioned, just because he's a kiss ass for Gaston, does not mean they're lovers at all. The film never indicated that in any shape or form. It has bad writing, I mean terrible writing, but I would not go as far as to say that that's happened. You're only saying that because that's how you're interpreting those certain scenes. And these certain scenes, what you're talking about doesn't exist at all.
Right?
LeFou very clearly has a crush on Gaston. And it's hinted at probably, my guess is there are probably 6 or 7 scenes where there's flirtatious innuendo, there's stuff.
I mean, again, like I said before, I saw the movie once, okay? And that was when it came out. I just saw it that one time. But I do know that there aren't any sexual innuendos, there aren't any gay undertones between the two men. None of that exists. No, none of that exists whatsoever. That movie is is printed into my mind because you Christians keep talking about it again and 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 again.
Entendres. There are these small hints that this is what's going on.
Nothing of what you're saying is in the movie.
Right.
At the end,
Now, are those innuendos crass? Are they?
Crass? What the hell? What do you mean crass? And what's with the hand moving? Why you're moving your hands in a certain way? Why are you doing?
Are they?
they're not really crass.
What does that even mean? That I am crash? What? What?
No, but they're the kind of things that adults will know exactly what's going on.
I'm an adult. I don't even know what you're talking about. What seems to be what's going on is that maybe you're interested in him. Gaston. You're just projecting your feelings onto the sidekick, and maybe you like masculine men. Maybe you do. Maybe there's like a little hidden desire in there somewhere, and maybe you like masculine men. Maybe men who are younger than you are, and you like them more masculine. Maybe. Is that what you like? Because this come out is projecting. You're projecting your own secret desires onto the movie. That's not the movie's fault. It's you. It's you that's projecting out there. I mean, if you like it, that's fine. And it's also a bit of a stereotype that gay men are already into other masculine men. That's a bit of a stereotype, but okay. Kind of like how a lot of people assume that gay men are flamboyant. What?
And kids, I would say up to a certain age, it will probably fly right over their head.
You can say that for almost anything. There's a lot of stuff in movies that would fly over their heads. That could happen. There could be literally anything. And what you're talking about here, what does that have to do with the movie?
I don't think that they're going to really notice.
Right.
Okay, it depends on the child's experience because, well, life experiences, I should say, because there's some kids out there who do experience life different than others. That's a factor here. Another factor is their IQ. Man, there might be some dumb kids, but there are maybe a smart, pretty genius 12-year-old or 13-year-old out there somewhere. And maybe there's an 8-year-old who's really, really smart too. And these individuals could pick up certain things faster than compared to the run-up-the-mill kid.
And again, levels of awareness vary. So
Sure.
I don't want to make an
I just said that.
absolute statement here.
Okay, stop interrupting. Continue, please.
Near the end, there's a big battle scene.
Near the end of the movie, big battle scene.
3 of the bad guys get clothed in women's clothing when the wardrobe attacks them. 2 of them are horrified.
What's a joke? What's so funny? They did just that in the original Mulan movie. You know the original Mulan movie that came out in '98, and they had men cross dressing, and nobody made a big deal of it. Does that mean they're gay? No. Just because someone's a cross dresser does not necessarily mean someone's gay. That's like a big misconception there. It could mean that you're gay, maybe, because that goes down to the individual when you think about it.
One of them kind of smiles and primps and preens, sort of like.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? One of the men gets all giggly. What? Oh my god! Just that doesn't mean they're gay at all.
Oh, I've always wanted to wear women's clothing.
Who indicated that? Seriously, what line of dialogue indicated that? Where? Seriously, where?
And then in the final scene, that character and LeFou end up dancing together very briefly.
So, again, that does not mean they're gay. It could be they're bisexual. The film does not state either way whatsoever at all. The film does not explain that at all. I mean, even if Disney wanted to make these characters gay, even if they wanted to, let's say I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, right? Hypothetically speaking, let's say they want to do the whole gay thing. The film is so badly written, it's so terribly written, I don't even know. Not at all. What was the intent exactly? It has terrible writing.
I mean, it might be 2 seconds.
Oh my god, that means nothing. That's like the most nothing ever. Wow, whatever.
Maybe it might be a second.
Yeah, here you are making an entire video about that. What?
Kind of thing that if I had a stopwatch, it's probably faster
We're still on it. Okay.
than you think.
Why are we still on this subject matter?
Wow.
And that's it.
You have too much time in your hands.
And so the question becomes, well, there are several questions.
Why does there have to be any questions at all? Why?
How much of a big deal would we have made
Shouldn't be a big deal at all.
about this if we hadn't had the director tell us ahead of time?
Again, that is so idiotic. Why does the director need to tell you this? Why? Seriously. There's no reason for the director to tell you about this. Literally at all. You realize gay characters have been existing in cinema before you were even born? I don't get it.
Quite
the uproar.
as heated
There would have been an uproar regardless.
as it has been, but it leaves parents.
So you're going to act as if that there's some dangerous territory that the parents have to be worried about this. What's there to worry? Again, you said out of your own mouth, it's only like 2 seconds long, whatever that scene was. But again, there's like zero context to this. Other than just, gay, they're gay, gay. You know they're gay? This gay, that's gay. You're just saying, you're not going beyond the sexuality, whoever that is. You're not going beyond that. Okay, here's no sexuality. You're not going beyond that. But what is shown in the movie exactly? What is done in the movie? What exactly is shown in the movie to warrant a parent to be worried? What? Whatever.
In a pretty tough place
Not really.
in terms of if you care about this issue.
Leave them alone. Leave the gay people alone. Why should anybody care what they do behind closed doors? Why can't make it into a political thing? Why?
If you have a hold to a really biblical perspective.
A lot of Christians fought against into racial rights. A lot of people actually want to keep slaves. A lot of people want to keep people separated because of the country of origin. People did not like, a lot of Christians did not like the fact that women could have their own jobs. A lot of Christians did not like the fact that a woman could possibly make more money than a man. So that's just to name several things right there.
On homosexuality, what do you do with the fact that Disney is injecting this into this story?
Well, and that's one of the really key things that I think parents are grappling with, right?
Yes.
Because
again, what is there grappling with? What? What exactly is shown in the film? You still haven't explained anything. What specifically was shown in the film? What? I don't get it.
their kids have seen the trailers. The trailers look great.
Again, what are you talking about? Why would the kids be concerned with that? The only people that seem to be concerned with this kind of thing is you, for some bizarre reason.
They want to see this movie. Probably a lot of parents want to see this movie too.
Yeah.
Of course they would. It's Beauty and the Beast. Disney is just counting on you and everyone else, like myself, for example, to go see the movie just because it's Beauty and the Beast. That's it. So they're using the namesake to grab people in, to pull people in. So since Beauty and the Beast, the original one, I mean, it already has a built-in audience. It already has fans. It already has this kind of cult following, so to speak. So Disney does not need to use up too much money on this, marketing, because a lot of people already are aware of Beauty and the Beast by this point. This film is more than 20 years old by this point, so there's a lot of people that are familiar with this film. So of course, Disney is taking the easy way out to pretty much get money. They just want to capitalize on nostalgia. That's it. It's lazy, yes, but they just want. Other than the fact that they want to fix problems, the so-positive problematic nature of these movies, as I mentioned earlier, but also make money on your nostalgia. That is it.
I mean, it might be a bigger deal for parents than kids in some ways, because, a lot of us were young adults or teens when it came out. So.
But what's the problem, though? What exactly is the problem? You still haven't addressed anything.
So, there's a huge nostalgia factor for us, too.
Right. So what do parents...
Oh, there's a huge nostalgia factor. Well, of course, that's a huge nostalgia factor. They just want to make money off of that alone.
Parents do with this then? How do they sort of walk through this, whether to see or not see with their...
I don't want to see this movie again because it's a remake.
Kids.
Well, I think it sort of leaves you with sort of a flow chart.
I have no idea what that even means, but okay.
Either decide not to see it.
And what's so funny?
And if you decide not to see it, you have to make a decision about...
Why? Why do you have to make a decision for this or not? Why?
Okay, do we talk about why?
Why should this be a topic of discussion? The only reason I would complain about this film is because, like I just said, it's a remake. It's already done trying to do it from like a feminist point of view. I mean, yes, I understand that the original wave of feminism is different from the second wave, the third wave, the fourth wave, the fifth wave of feminism. The feminist movements have changed over the years. That I understand. That's definitely something that did happen. So a lot of people viewed this film, the original Beauty and the Beast, through the more modern day feminism, of course, which in some ways you shouldn't be doing that because it changes. Like I said, things change, ideas change, political movements change, for better or for worse. That has happened. Again, there's nothing wrong with having this like feminist perspective. That's not a bad thing, really. It's just that there's some women out there, I said some, that are toxic. There was this term called feminazi. So yes, the feminazis make it worse for the actual good feminists, because the good feminists are trying to promote the idea of equal rights for all. Of course, yes, it's still some bigotry towards women to this very day, unfortunately. Is there like a mistreatment of women in the workplace? Unfortunately. And Are there men out there like the CEOs or the managers? Do they misuse their influence to power position to mistreat women? Unfortunately, but that does not excuse the angry feminists to hate all men. If you can hate men just for being men, that is no different than having a man hating a woman just for being a woman.
Or do we just say vaguely, well, there's some stuff in it that
I'm still wondering what the big deal is. I don't get it.
we don't think is appropriate for you?
Right.
Oh boy, old folks and their outdated belief system, right? Okay, I'm technically older than they are, but still.
And there's a parallel conversation. If you do decide to see it, do you have, the talk part 2 about homosexuality?
Again, why? Why should you? Gay people are just like people, okay? Everybody's a person, okay? Why? Like you just said a moment ago, it's only for only 2 seconds.
Or do you say, I think it's going to be subtle enough that...
And what was the gay stuff? Seriously, where? Just because someone was in drag and dancing with somebody? Okay, and what?
My kids aren't going to pick up on it, and I don't need to worry about it.
I don't need to worry about anything. You make this whole big deal for no reason.
But I think that what is happening with Beauty and the Beast and with pop culture in general, because we're just going to keep seeing this.
And culture in general.
And culture.
Oh my god. Gay people have been around longer than you imagine. Gay people had their own culture, but you Christians keep trying to erase it from existence. So, what are you talking about?
Culture in general. What do you do with this issue?
Right.
When do you
Why should it be an issue? Why? Seriously, why?
talk about it?
Right, because it's not going away.
It's not going away, and so I think it really becomes an addendum to the talk about the birds and the bees that we've all have to figure out as parents. When is it appropriate?
You bet.
And what are you talking about? How is having gay characters, or the possibility of gay characters, appropriate for all ages? What does that even mean?
Good to have that conversation, and now there's this extra part. And
This shouldn't even be a discussion at all. The only people who are confused here is not it's you. You're the confused one here. You can't seem to make up your mind what's going on here exactly because you added your own interpretation on this subject matter where there's nothing going on. This is nothing. It's literally nothing. It's a big ball of nothing. What are you even talking
about? And it's frustrating to me. I thought Beauty and the Beast was really a lovely, delightful, though I will say at times...
This is such a bad movie. So I don't know what movie you're talking about. It's not a good movie. It's still a bad movie. I don't like remakes, okay? I keep saying that. It's still a terrible movie. The music sounds like Autotone for one. Yeah, every song here sounds like Autotone. Ugh.
Pretty intense. Some of the violent
scenes. You were mentioning
scenes,
some of it where it's a little bit scary.
I'm not sure for youngest kids that some of the violence wouldn't leave them with nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
You see, this is why I call you guys a bunch of softies because, oh no, it's a little scary. It's a little frightening. Hide behind the couch or something. It's so scary. I mean, okay, it's a little more violent than the original. I'll give you that. It is. That's fine. Yes, it absolutely is. Okay, it is a bit more. I mean, it's not something super graphic. It's not something super blurry. But in comparison, yes, it's a bit more aggressive. Yes. But so you have to give a sense of danger. You have to give a sense that somebody can die. Because, lo and behold, people dying in Disney films had become a thing since day one. The original Snow White and Seven Dwarfs, Snow White herself, she was almost assassinated. She was almost murdered. And that was in the Disney's version.
But now parents have to grapple with this. And so I understand and appreciate the frustration that comes with that.
What frustration? What is there for you to understand? What's there to appreciate? What is happening here? What is so confusing about having gay characters or the possibility of gay characters being in a movie?
I think it's a perfectly legitimate option to say, you know what? Disney, you can do what you want, and we're going to do what we need to do as a family. Or you can say we're going to see the movie and we're going to decide how to navigate this.
Yeah, no, it doesn't feel like, to me,
navigate. What do you mean?
There's really a wrong answer.
No, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer.
It's one of those things where if you choose not to engage, that's perfectly great. But if you're willing to engage and you go to the movie,
I don't think it's any of your business if I would go see a movie or not. That's up to me. It's not up to you at all. It's up to me because I'm the one that's buying the movie ticket. I'm the one that's buying the juice, or not juices. I mean soda, the snacks and the snacks and everything else. I'm the one paying for everything, not you.
Either because the content might go over your kid's head, or because you feel like it's time to actually engage with this issue. Those are all legitimate choices.
Except that's not, because why does it have to be a concern? You still have not explained anything.
That's right.
They're all legitimate choices, and again, I think we just need to keep in mind that this is not a one-off.
Right.
This is going to keep happening. There has been pressure on Disney to include gay characters in the next Frozen movie, in the next...
What are you talking about? The only people that's giving Disney pressure is you Christians. You're making a whole big deal out of nothing. Oh my God, I keep repeating myself. See, this is kind of why I didn't want to do this in some ways, because I'm repeating myself. I've discussed this so many times. Matter of fact, I brought the remake version of Beauty and the Beast way more times than I did with the original, because you Christians are making a whole hubbub about nothing. I mean, granted, I kind of use this as an excuse to talk about princess movies, because I wanted to do that anyway, but still.
Like Star Wars movie, I don't know that that's going to happen. I'm not making a prophecy, but I think that there is this push from that side of our culture to have full representation in the most iconic stories. Mm-hmm. My guess is we're going to see it more and more with superhero movies. I mean, there's already been some of that, but we're going to see more of it. And
again, gay people has been around for a lot longer than you'd think they'd had.
Frankly, I can be watching a football game and we get a Victoria's Secret commercial followed by a car commercial that has two people of the same gender together. So it's all over the place, and as parents, we have to decide.
So, what's the problem?
When and how we're going to do it.
It's always a perennial problem that we have, particularly when it's within.
And what do you mean?
This realm of entertainment, whether to withdraw.
What do you mean?
Or to try to engage proactively as much.
God, what do you mean?
Or to split the difference and say, we're going to deal with this issue, but...
What does that even mean? What?
We're not ready to go there yet.
Yeah.
Whatever, stuck in the past.
Absolutely.
And I think those are all legitimate stances.
What is the legitimate stance? You still did not explain nothing.
And responses.
Yeah, absolutely. So...
what is happening here?
So be sure to check out our full review by Bob Hoos over on our website, plugged
Yeah, I'm not going to check out your full review. I thought this was supposed to be the review.
in.com.
Yep.
It's a difficult issue.
This is almost over, and you still not explain nothing.
And there's no
look, stuttering.
denying that. Hopefully this vodcast might have helped you walk through it a little bit.
And let us know.
Not really. This ended up being more confusing than it should be.
What you think.
It's a terrible, terrible, terrible take.
Let us know what you think.
I already told you. A terrible take.
Right down below.
Down below.
Down below. Just type away. So...
No. I'd much rather do a video response.
I think that does it for us.
In succeeding of wasting my time, and sure.
My name is Paul. This is Adam. You are Adam.
I am
the legendary.
I don't know what your name is.
Adam Holtz. We're leaving now.
This was a huge waste of time.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Oh, this was so bad. It was so bad. Well, that'll be it, folks. That's pretty much how the little thing ends here, with nothing of substance whatsoever. So, this entire thing was just on something they thought was the 2 seconds, like 2 nanoseconds, where the psychic character was dancing with someone in drag. So, Again, just being dragged does not necessarily mean you're gay. I mean, it could be, but not necessarily. Well, anyway, that'll be it, folks. I'm done here. I'm done. All right. As always, thanks for watching, and take care. Until next time, see ya. Oh yeah, later.